Let us begin our practice today into a child's pose. So whenever you are ready, come at the beginning of the mat. Slightly open your knees and reach your body forward, reaching the arms long. Bring your forehead down. Maybe close your eyes. Feel the gentle lengthening through the back muscles. And then take this opportunity to connect to this present moment. Connecting to your beautiful body. Connecting to your breath, starting to take deep and nourishing breath into your body. Inhale and exhale. And let's begin to move. Roll your body forward into your hands and knees. Inhale to open the chest and shoulders and arch the back. Exhale, round through the spine, gaze towards your navel. Beautiful cat and cow movement that you can continue at your own pace. It doesn't have to be big, just make it feeling good in your body. We're starting to welcome mobility, blood flow into the vertebrae of the spine, into the body. So inhale to open up and exhale, round through. Let's take one last inhale and exhale. Now coming into a neutral position of the spine, hands underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. Can you begin to engage the abdominals, drawing the ribs in and down and finding that connection of the core. And then extend one leg back, keeping the pelvis parallel to the floor. And then extend the opposite arm out forward, finding a beautiful long line through the body. Inhale to release down. Exhale, other leg and opposite arm reach. Hold for a moment. Inhale, lower down. Keep switching from side to side. And your focus here is to keep your body stable as you reach the arm and opposite leg. Really thinking of finding length instead of lifting and arching. And this is a moment where we want to really mindfully engage the muscles. So think of engaging the core muscles, the leg muscles, the arm, but also the back. It's a beautiful warm-up movement for the entire body. As you keep breathing, exhale, reach. Inhale, lower, slow and mindful. And let's do 3 more. Exhale, 2 more. And exhale, 1 more. Reach. Lower down. Can you tuck the toes under? And as you continue to engage the abdominals, exhale, lift the knees off the floor. Just hover them slightly. Inhale, lower down and release. Exhale, engage the abdominals, lift the knees off the floor. Inhale, lower down and release. Continue at your own pace, really focusing on lifting from the core. Engaging those deep abdominals, those corset muscles wrapping around the midsection. Your shoulders stay above your hands. It's a very small but focused movement. First 3. And exhale 2. And exhale 1. Can you hold it here? Hovering the knees off the floor, engaging the upper body to push the floor away, engaging the core muscles, but also the legs. And stay for 3 and 2. Breathe in and breathe out. And 1. Release the knees down, untuck the toes, sit back on your heels. Bring your arms by your feet, by your legs. And gently roll the spine all the way up as you now make your way onto your back. So come on over to the beginning of the mat. And then gently guide your body down, vertebra by vertebra. Bringing the feet hip distance apart, arms along your sides, shoulders away from the ears. Engaging the glutes muscles as we come up into a bridge and exhale. Inhale, lower down with control. And exhale, engage the glutes, press the floor away, lift up. Inhale, lower down and release. Maybe reaching the arms up as we continue to lift and lower the pelvis. And I invite you to keep your eyes closed. Connect to your body. Mindfully engage the muscles. So here we want to contract the glutes to press the floor away. And at the same time, engage the core muscles, the deep abdominals to stabilize the spine and the pelvis. The shoulders, the upper body are relaxed. And keep breathing. Inhale when you lower and exhale when you lift. Can you control the way down? Because the glutes are working also when we lower down, not only when we lift up. And let's do 6 more movements, slow and mindful. Starting to feel the glutes awakening. And 5. And 4. Squeezing the glutes a little more each time. 3. And 2. And 1. We're gonna hold the last one up. So find your strong bridge, core engaged, glutes engaged. Release the arms by your sides. Now can you reach your left leg all the way up? Flex the foot as you lower the straight leg down. Point the toes as you kick the leg up. So flex the foot lower down with control. Point the toes, kick up. And your challenge here is to keep your pelvis parallel to the floor. So try not to rotate your hips down. You should start to feel the supporting leg glute working hard to keep our body up. And let's do 3. Also feeling the lengthening sensation behind the leg. 2. And 1. Now can you lower the straight leg just until the knees are in line one another? Square your hips out and give me little pulses up and up, squeezing that glute, engaging the deep abdominals. 4, 6, and 5, and 4, and 3. You got this. 2, and 1. Bend your knee, release your left foot down as you now reach the opposite leg up. First, finding your strong position, squaring your hips out. Flex the foot lower down. And lift up, point the toes. Flex the foot lower. Point the toes, come up. Feel free to keep your eyes closed if it helps you connect even deeper with your body, because here we really want to stay focused on a mindful engagement, on your alignment of the pelvis, moving slowly, because we really want to feel that beautiful work in the muscle. For 2. And for 1. Lower now the leg just until the knees are in line. Square the hips, little pulses up. Movement starting from the glute. Think of pushing the floor away. And let's lift for 6, and 5, and 4. Almost there. 3, and 2, and 1. Release the foot down. Release 1 vertebra at a time down to the mat as you bring the knees into the chest and rock side to side, giving yourself a beautiful hug. Taking a breather before we come onto our side. So we will come on the left side of the body. So whenever you're ready, you can release your feet down and make your way on your left side. Finding a comfortable position, reaching both of the legs towards the front corner of the mat, and then squaring your hips out. So push the top hip away from you, lengthening the spine. Engage your abdominals and then start to lift the top leg. Exhale. Inhale, lower, down. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. It doesn't have to be a big movement because we want to keep the leg parallel. So we're not opening the leg up, but the movement comes from here, from the side of the glute, as we keep the rest of the body aligned. So we're also working with the core, with the stabilizers, and breathe. You can slow the movement down here. The leg is extended and active. And let's do 3. And 2. And 1, hold. Can you start to circle the leg around without moving the rest of the body? So we're not rocking the shoulders forward and back because we're finding stillness through the rest of the body. And breathe. We should start to feel the burn happening into the glute. And 2 more before we reverse the direction. 1 more. And let's reverse. Breathing through the movement, staying connected to your body, to the sensations flowing through. Almost done with this side. For 3. And 2. And 1. Now kicking the leg forward. Flex the foot and kick the leg back. Again, we don't want to rock the rest of the body forward and back, so it doesn't have to be a big movement. You can use your top hand to find balance. If you want to challenge your balance, you can keep your hand on your hip. And continue with the movement. Engaging the core muscles, the deep abdominals as you feel a beautiful burn through the glute. And let's do 3 more movements. And 2. And 1. Extend, lower, down. Now coming up onto our left hand. So extend your bottom arm and extend your bottom leg towards the front corner of the mat and then slightly bend the knee. Then we cross the top leg in front, so the ankles are crossing and the top foot is in contact with the mat. Then we reach the right arm to the side, inhale, shoulders away from the ears. As we exhale, we extend the legs and reach the arm over the head, coming into this side bend, side plank variation. As we inhale, we bend the knees and reach the arm to the side, opening here. And as we exhale, we extend. Feel free to adjust the positioning of your legs, of your feet, and then continue with control. Inhale and exhale. Reach, engaging your side of the body. Inhale and exhale. And we've got 1 more. So inhale and exhale, reach and hold here. Then rotate your body down into a full plank, pushing the floor away, engaging your core, engaging your glutes, your legs. Then lower the knees down and lower the elbows down to the mat. Shoulders away from the ears. Can you flex your right foot and kick the leg up, squeezing the glute? Lower the knee down and then open to the side. Inhale, lower. Exhale, flex the foot, donkey kick, squeeze. Inhale, lower. Exhale, open to the side. It's a beautiful combination of movement. Mindfully lifting up from the glute as we keep the shoulders away from the ears, as we keep the core engaged. And breathe. Exhale. Inhale. Try not to arch your back. And let's do 3 more movements. And 2 more. Stabilizing the rest of the body as we move the leg. And 1 last. And open. Now we kick the leg up and hold. And finish with little pulses for 1 and 2. The pulses coming from the glute. 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's do 6 more. 5. Squeeze that glute as you engage the core. 3 and 2 and 1. Release the knee down. Open to the side. Last little pulses here for 1 and 2. Nothing else is moving apart from the leg. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more. Almost there. 5, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Releasing the knee down. You can take a child's pose, resting pose. And I invite you to bring your forehead down, close your eyes, maybe bring the hands by your feet, allowing your upper body to completely soften. And we should feel the right glute a little sore. I hope you felt a beautiful and deep work. Now we take a few moments to breathe and recover before we take it to the other side. So inhale and exhale. Letting go of all the tensions, reconnecting to your beautiful body. And then we can open the eyes and roll the spine up as we now make our way onto the right side of the body. So come down and reach both of the legs towards the front corner of the mat. And square your hips out, so push your top hip away from you. And let's begin with the movement, just lifting and lowering. Remembering that it doesn't have to be big. We just want to feel the movement coming from the glute. As we continue to find that deep core connection. And breathe. Focusing on every movement, staying with the body, with the breath. Let's do 5. And 4, controlling the way down. 3. And 2. And 1. Now starting to circle the leg around for 1 and 2 and 3. Rest of the body steady and strong. 4, 5 and 6. Let's reverse the direction for 6 and 5. Starting to feel that burn in the glute. 4. Extend the leg as much as you can so the entire lower body is active. And 2. And 1. Now starting with the kick. So kick the leg forward. Flex the foot and kick back. Point the toes, kick forward. Flex the foot, kick back. Challenging your core stability, especially if you keep your hand on your hip. And let's do 4 and 3. Breathing through it. 2 more. And one more. We can lower the leg down, coming up to our hand. As the bottom leg is slightly bent, we cross the top leg in front. Inhale to open yourself up. Exhale to engage your side body, your core, and extend into your plank. Inhale, release down with control, bending the knees. And exhale, extend out. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. And exhale, finding your strength. We've got two more. And one more, engaging the bottom side, the bottom arm. Hold it here, engaging the entire body. And then rotate down into a plank, pushing the floor away. Lower the knees down, lower the elbows down, shoulders away from the ears. Let's flex the left foot and kick the leg up, squeeze the glute. Inhale, lower. Exhale, open to the side. Inhale, lower. Exhale, kick up, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, open. Now, as we move the leg, rest of the body remains still. Especially when you open the leg, try not to move your pelvis to the opposite side because we're stabilizing with the core muscles. And the neck is relaxed as we keep the shoulders away from the ears. And let's do 4. And 3. Almost done with our glute work. Then we have some upper body, some back work, and then finish with abdominals. Now we hold it up and do little poses for 1, squeeze, 2, and 3. Slow and mindful without arching the back. 5, 6, last 6, and 5. Squeezing a bit more. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Release the knee down, open to the side. Little poses for 1, and 2. The movement comes from the glute. 3, 4. Stay with me. 5, 6, and 6, and 5. Opening a bit more. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Releasing the knee down, taking our child's pose and lengthening. Inhale deeply, and exhale, let it go. And from here, we can slowly come up to all fours, tuck the toes under, and extend the legs out into a downward facing dog. Alternate bending the knees, extending one leg at a time, lengthening through the spine. Inhale and exhale. You can walk your hands towards your feet. Slightly bending your knees, allow your body to fold forward. And then we can roll the spine all the way up. And reach the arms up to the sky as you inhale, shoulders away from the ears. As you exhale, begin to roll down, pulling the chin to the chest, engaging the core and starting to roll down. Bring the hands down and walk forward into a downward facing dog first and then into plank. Hold your plank. We're gonna come into a push-up. So either bend your knees or keep your knees extended and take your push-up, keeping the elbows close to the body. Extend, lift your hips into downward dog and walk back towards your feet. Slightly bending your knees, rolling the spine all the way up, reaching the arms up to the sky and always keeping the connection of your core. And then we roll down. Bring the hands down, walk forward. Coming into plank, taking our push-up. Lifting the hips. And then rolling the spine all the way up, reaching the arms up. And roll down, always keeping the shoulders away from the ears. You can go at your own pace. As you keep breathing, as you keep finding the connection in your abdominals, your core muscles, and of course your upper body. We have 2 more. So come into your plank and take your push-up. And roll all the way up. And one last, which we're going to hold. So roll down, walk forward into your plank. Hold it here. And this time, I invite you to keep your knees off the floor. We're gonna take a push-up and come down onto our belly. So slowly, with control, lower down as slowly as you can, engaging every muscle in your body until you lower your belly down. And slightly open your feet, slightly externally rotating them. Bring your arms bent to the side. Now, think of lengthening through your crown of the head. So pull the chin to the chest and lengthen. Inhale to lower your forehead down. Exhale to use your back muscles to slightly lift up. Always thinking of lengthening instead of arching. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift and reach. Now, if you feel your lower back in tension, try to slightly tuck the tailbone under and find the connection of your core. We should feel the mid back working and the upper back working. Exhale. Inhale, lower. Try not to lift your feet. Your feet are pressing down. We just want to feel a beautiful connection in the back muscles. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Lift and hold. Reach the arms back, palms facing your body. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. So another variation, slightly more intense. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. We have 4 more only. Remember that it doesn't have to be a big movement. We just want to make it mindfully engaging our back muscles and lengthening through the entire body. So let's do the last one. Inhale. And exhale, hold. Can you reach your arms forward, bringing the fingertips down? Next, lift one arm and lift the opposite leg from the glute. Exhale. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, other arm, opposite leg. Inhale, lower down. Here again, slightly tuck the tailbone under, engage your core. We want the movement coming from the glute and from the shoulder. Exhale when you lift, inhale when you lower. Keep alternating arms and legs at your own pace. Exhale, inhale. And then feel free to go a little faster. So instead of separating the movement, we just lift and switch. Switch and switch. As you keep breathing in and out, as you keep connecting your glutes, your arms. Keep breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands by your chest. Press yourself up and back onto your resting pose, child's pose. Maybe gently rocking side to side. Inhaling into the rib cage, expanding the ribs out. And then we can roll the spine all the way up. We're gonna finish with our abdominals work, coming at the beginning of the mat into a seated position with the legs in front of us, hip distance apart. Reach your arms forward, drop the shoulders, engage your core and roll the spine halfway, drawing the ribs in and down, slightly tucking the tailbone under. Now as you exhale, can you reach one hand towards the back corner of the mat? Inhale, center. Exhale, other arm. Inhale, center. Exhale, gentle twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. As always, it doesn't have to be a big range of movement. We want to prioritize a mindful connection of the muscles. So here, think of staying connecting with your deep abdominals, with your obliques. Exhale. Inhale for 3. And exhale 2. And exhale 1. Coming back to center. Can you reach both of the arms up and over your head, feeling the intensity growing into your core? Hold it here for a moment, draw the ribs in and down, and then slowly release the arms down as you make your way down and bring the legs into tabletop position. Release your head down. Now onto toe taps. So begin to tap, actually heel tap. So tap one heel down, exhale. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, other heel lowers down. Inhale, come up. I want you to slow the movement down. Relax your upper body and focus all the contraction in the core. Think of lowering from the core and lifting up the leg from the core. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. We do 4 more slow movements. If you want to challenge yourself, reach that heel a little further from you. And 2 more. And 1 more. Now onto a single leg stretch. So we extend one leg out and extend the other leg out. Feel free to stay down with your head or come up into a crunch to intensify the work. Staying lifted as you continue to extend one leg at a time. We're not holding onto the bent leg, we're just barely touching it. So all the weight is lifted by the core. And keep breathing at your own pace. Maybe keeping your eyes closed, deeply connecting with your abdominals. And let's do 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now adding a twist, so hands behind you, twist, and twist as you continue to alternate, stretch your legs. Now adding a bit of oblique work. We're almost there. One last exercise after this. So stay with your body. Continue to connect with your muscles and your breath. Lifting as much as you can without losing the awareness. And let's do 2 and 1. Come back to center. Can you extend the legs out or slightly bent and begin to scissor switch your legs. So switch and switch. Here as well, not holding onto the leg, just barely touching. All the work down from the core. As you continue to draw the ribs in and down, connect the corset muscles, and start to feel deep burn into the abdominals. And let's do 4 and 3. You got it, 2 and 1. Both legs up, squeeze them together, reach your arms by your sides, and begin to lower the legs down as slow as you can. We just come down and stretch. So stay with me as slow as you can for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Release down, release the head, and reach your arms over the head. And close your eyes and just stretch your entire body here. I hope you feel proud of yourself for working your entire body, for dedicating this time just to you. Now it's time to let go of the tensions and relax your body. So begin to welcome deeper breath. Welcoming fresh energy with each inhale. And letting go all the tensions out as you exhale. And I invite you now to bend your knees. And go ahead and cross your left leg over top of your right. And then hug your right leg in. Coming into this gentle glute and back stretch. Softly pulling in. As you maybe keep your eyes closed and stay inward. Stay with the sensations in your body. Continue to breathe deeply as you feel the lengthening into the left glute muscle. And then we can switch side. So release the left leg down, cross the right over top, and then bring the legs in. Maybe even gently rocking side to side, surrendering to this posture. I also invite you to rotate your head side to side, letting go of any tension from the upper body. As you feel the right glute stretching. And let's now bring both of the legs down, soles of the feet together. Can you allow the knees to open up? Bringing one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. And just first allowing your entire body to soften and relax. And then bring your attention to your breath. Feeling your belly rise and fall. Maybe feeling your heart beating in your chest. And enjoying this connection with your wonderful body for a few moments. And we can now close the legs gently and open the eyes if they were closed. We can reach one arm back up and rotate to our sides as we press ourselves up, coming into a seated position to take our last breath together. So go ahead and reach both of the arms up to the sky as you inhale and lengthen. And exhale, lower down and release.